What is a habit and how do you break it? Whether it's good or bad, bad habits are usually hard to break. It's usually a regular tendency or practice. Everyone has a habit of some kind, from small dangerous habits like biting nails or high pitched laughing to dangerous ones such as smoking or drinking or reckless behavior. People often pick up their bad habits in their younger years. Most habits are able to be overcome if people take it serious and work hard. Ways to break a bad habit are self analysis. Write down your feelings and emotions, or force to face your bad habits on a daily basis. Having habits can sometimes be good, but they can also be bad. Habits are something we continuously do, which is usually hard to break. Procrastination can be a habit. To break bad habits usually require a person to make specific changes in their life in order to conquer their habit in question. Bad habits interrupt your life and prevent you from accomplishing very good things. Stress and boredom can cause bad habits. Bad habits can be caused from not knowing how to deal with things, but it does not have to be that way. You can teach yourself to deal with things if you want to. Bad habits are a hindrance towards your goals in life. They serve no purpose besides creating frustration and anger. They delay you from accomplishing your objectives. The hardest part of breaking bad habits is starting. There's 3 steps: realization, starting, and continuing. To be able to successfully break a bad habit, all psychological models of change to successfully break a bad habit emphasize the importance of commitment as a necessity. You will need to strengthen your sense of self-efficiency and or belief. Take a long, hard look at the situation that leads you to your commitment. Commit your bad habit. To be able to succeed, you would set reasonable goals at first. You can not jump head over heels and expect to succeed. Overcoming your secondary lifestyle is a good example of how you can proceed through with breaking bad habits. You should measure your progress and don't be discouraged by occasional slips. If you aren't able to overcome your bad habit by yourself, seeking additional support, there are a lot of support programs for you to try to help you to overcome your bad habits. Sometimes to be able to overcome bad habits, you could require counseling. Sometimes it is easy to think of habits falling into black and white categories. Sometimes things are mild, but there are also things much deeper. Bad habits are also postures of behavior. Usually there are clear triggers that start the pattern. You should define the concrete behavior you want to change or develop. You should deal with the triggers, meaning you are wanting to break the bad patterns. Develop a substitute plan. Your plan could be very simple all the way down to very in-depth. Prompts can also be helpful ways to process of breaking a bad habit. Change is huge in breaking bad habits. Support and reward yourself and stick to your plan and achieve goals. Reward yourself. You take the money you would have been wasting on your bad habit and buy you something that you've been wanting. You must have a clear understanding of what a habit is. There are also routine that they happen subsequently. Many of them are created by repetition of a reaction to a specific situation or a measurable amount of positive stimulation. Statistics show that it takes 21 days to form a bad habit. Quitting a habit that has been deeply embedded in your system is very difficult. You should pick a substitute for your unfortunate habit. You should try to cut out whatever triggers as could be expected under the circumstance. You could also find an accountability partner that could help you with the quitting process. You can also share the motivation. You should try to find someone that will make you more conscious and accountable. You shouldn't become a new person. You should become your old self before you develop the bad habit. Switching up your surroundings can be helpful when trying to break bad habits. The 20-second rule can also be helpful. Making bad habits take 20 seconds longer to start. Chances are you will have setbacks. We should expect that. Also have a plan to get back on track and use the relapse as a way to understand what happened and how to get back on track. Habits happen to be loops that we become creatures of. A flow chart can be helpful, but breaking bad habits is a good thing. It's good to think like a hater in like a better terms.